Hey guys, how's it going? August 3rd, 2022. And I gotta check something out here. Okay. Oh, there it is. See, I'm used to it with the server. I could tell if I've taken this on or off, but train has multiple routes. Okay, that's fine. You can do that. Crap, I don't care. That's because I took it away from it. When you take the AI off, or you take the auto off and turn it back on, you get some errors. But what happens is, in the past, I would do a screenshot, and I would hit Control Tab to get rid of all this, and Shift Z so I could do my screenshot. And normally I would know if everything was okay because I would be able to click the chat, but I couldn't because the server's not on. And I was like, oh, I forgot it does that. So that's one way of getting it. There's other ways, but alright. So we're at 9:23. Let me just see what's going on, if I can see through all this. Oh yeah, that's the other thing it likes to do. I like to put it back into symbol mode so that I can see all the symbols. It defaults to engines, which is fine. Got a train set up to go to Stanton. I got somebody coming out of here from this direction. I don't remember setting up something like that. Okay. I just don't remember setting up a train that went in this way. I guess I did, but maybe I had forgotten about it. It's possible. Not too much going on here, so we do have to check the schedule. But the priority is to get the hump going. So in order to do that, I need to get more trimming done. And I was saying last time how I probably don't need 2 trim sets down here. But yeah, we'll figure out something. Okay, let me that's all I had to do is close an ankle cock. Okay, well, next time I won't be so worried then. Yeah. Control C to speed control if you're not aware of that already. Every time you load everything, the windows and everything else goes back. The engine's all shut down. These errors will come up if you do that, so it's probably good that I did that. So it's nothing to worry about. It's just now it says AIDS, which is an acronym, not for the disease, but AI dispatch system, I think it was, but they renamed it Auto. So if you ever see that and wonder what the hell does that mean, it's just Auto. It's Auto's a little confused because we turned it off on him. Now we're turning it back on. I shouldn't have done that, but probably a good thing that I did, just to show you what's going on. Well, I'm just cruising along here. Let me just check my chat real quick. Hey Bob, how you doing? We'll be on for about 2 hours. Be shy of 8 p.m. tonight. Wrestling night. So I'm committed, just so you guys know, I am committed to trying this out because I believe this will work. One way or another, I will get this to work. And however, as I've said, and I want to do the tutorial, and believe me, there's going to be plenty of tutorial stuff because we're going to go up and down. I'm going to take you through this whole thing, the whole time along the way. Every step, you're going to see it here. So pretty much any Run8 video that you see for the next quite a while, we're going to be going through the schedule, the 24-hour cycle, or 24 hours, I should say. It's not even a cycle because it's actually, I'm trying to do it within 24 hours and seeing if I can accomplish that. I'm pretty sure I can, but we're going to find out the next 24 hours. But in the meantime, I do have to set things up. Now, there's some things, some boring stuff that I probably won't show. I'll show parts of it, and then I'll do a lot of it off screen because, believe me, it takes a long time. And that is well, I'll show you later on. It's not a big deal. You may not even have to change it. If your settings are set to 24, now if you used my settings, you're going to have to change it back, and I'm going to have to change it back because I'm not running it as if it's a 24/7 server. There's a difference, but I don't want to confuse you guys on that. I do want to get into the sheets, though. I did want to go there for one reason here, and I wanted to check the schedule and see what we have. 647 Q647 was supposed to come in at 9 a.m. Actually, I got a lot here. 9:30, 9:45. Well, I got a few minutes here. So let me go ahead and start that. So let me take a look at Q647. Oh, don't bug me. I'm busy. You can hit the bell and that'll... I didn't mean to hit the bell, but... Okay, Q647, I go to the symbol raw. I'm going to copy all this over. Just so that... Fitzgerald sub. Okay. Schedule. Somebody asked me for they wanted a sheet or whatever to get an idea. There's not much really to go on. A lot of this is AEI, and you'll see as I'm going through the data. It's just set up some trains and you'll be fine. Most of this is AEI based though. If you're looking for the good stuff. This stuff is easy. You can just do this at any time. I just got a schedule set up for the trains, and it won't work for every you just set up a schedule for whatever you want and just go with it. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be actual, could be any symbols. What I wanted to do was do that Fitzgerald so that I know where it's coming from, and I'm going to start doing that slowly coming up, but I don't have time as I'm coming up now on these guys. So because of that, I'm going to not worry about that. Trains are late once in a while, so I'm not worried about it. We'll get them going once the hump's going and all that other stuff. Let's see here. Wanted to see what I wanted here. That's what I wanted. Okay. So GFL was the one. Boy, that thing's just gonna bug me until I do something about it. So GFL is the only one I have to get stuff out of. All right. I'll let that run for a second. So keep that in mind. GFL is the one that I have to clear. Now, I do have another one where I block things. And that would be it right there. So these are trains that are in the schedule that have certain blockings. So we got GFL, Mobile, and New Orleans, as well as Baldwin. So I'm going to take a quick look here. It's not a big train, but it's something. So because I have to trim this, what I could do is I could simply move this into storage. The other thing I got to look at, let me stop this here. I got to find out when the next outbound is going to be for that train. And there's a few of them. In fact, there's one with CFL. So one departs at 5. There's one that departs at 11. So Q609 is one of them. There's this one, which I don't have times on, Q631, if I wanted to just do GFL Mobile, but I won't. And that's it. So it's either I might as well run at 11 o'clock and get Q609 ready. So going back to the schedule then, if I was to do that, here's Q609 right here, right? I'm going to go like that. I'm going to use this format. I'm going to probably 11 o'clock outbound. New Orleans, Mobile, GFL. I forget the rest. I know Baldwin's in there, but there's something else. Now, don't mind me, I'm just going through my sheets to see how I want to do this. Baldwin. Oh, CFL, okay. So that's Q609. And now's a good cutoff time for it. So Q609, CFL. All right. So I'm building up like a blocking database. So this is another thing that whoops, CFL. So what you can do is you can find out what trains do what, and then that's not what I wanted. Not logistics. That's the one. So you find out this is all information as far as what trains do what. So really all of this information is based on the area. So CFL would be the second last block. And this is what the cities mean up here. Doesn't really matter. All I need is the block. So, so many tags. Waycross chart? No, schedule. Oh, I already did CFL. What the the hell was I thinking there? Okay. So if I take a look at CFL as well, over here, which should be down here somewhere. I thought it was down here. Oh, there it is. Closer. Oh, that's a nice string too. Now the difference between CFL and GFL, you'll see over here, we had to pull GFL as opposed to CFL, but that's a good one to pull anyways. Now if you don't have the AI system, you're using a visual idea as to what you can get away with based on visuals. So normal rule of thumb is that if it's more than halfway through the yard, you should consider pulling it. Now because I have the AI system, I know, well, Chicago don't matter, but these are the two tracks that are starting to fill up. Lakeland is also filling up. It's something that you have, basically if you don't have the AI system, which you don't right now, unless you're programmed it or you got somebody else or whatever, and I'm not trying to keep that from you guys, I need to work on it before I release it. GFL, CFL looks like quite a bit, but here's the key in the AI data. When you look at the AI data, industry configuration. See, the problem is trying to remember which one's Waycross matrix, not that one. Chart. Okay. Here's where the data tells you something different. The next train, this is an R10. CFL still has 543 feet available. I can get away with that. But I can't get away with that. But I'm going to pull it anyways. So that's not going to matter. Hope that makes sense. So you do the backwards first. Oops, wrong one. Let's get up here to you always do the last stop last. You don't have to. Sometimes you can do it the opposite way, especially if you're trying to cut and go. But in most cases you want to have the tail end to be the last block. So you'd work from the front. And that's what we're going to do with anything that's going out to the major yards. Work your way from the center into the side. The locals might be a different story, and there's a reason for that. We are going to be trying to rapidly drop off cars along the way as quick as we can when we're doing our runs down to the Sanford sub, for example. In that case, I would actually block it in the opposite direction. So in other words, if there's Jacksonville's your first stop on the way out to Taft and Sanford and all the other stuff, Jacksonville's your first stop. Normally I'd put Jacksonville up at the front so that the switcher can work it, can take it off, but because there's no pickup, it's better to put it at the tail end, and then they can work from the tail end. So in that case, I find it's easier to go the opposite way, and that's how I will be doing it. So we'll get our first block here first. And I think I got New Orleans. Yeah. Okay. Oops, wrong one. Then I hit the counter at the end of the switch. Just watch your switches. That all rail breaks in train bled. That was a function that I had set. Now the reason why you gotta watch your switches is if you go through a switch and then you try backing up, you can get into all kinds of fun mess. Now there's a way out of it. You just flick the switch underneath and start going. So yeah, as I was saying before, I plan on doing this for the rest of the year, for sure, into 2023. After that, you know, all bets are off. Because there's a lot coming down the road. You know, I'm looking at, is it Railroader? Railroader? Railroader short line operations. I think it's called Railroader. Don't quote me on that. It's on my Discord. But it looks really cool. And it's kind of smaller. It's the scenery's way better. Not that this scenery is bad by any means, because it's not. Especially when you're operating, it's, you know, I don't find it. I really am paying attention that much to the scenery, anyways. But it's definitely noticeable. I'm not saying this is noticeable like bad or anything. I think the scenery is great, personally. It's built. This one that's I'm looking at is built under the Unity engine, which is what I was developing with. Obviously, I'm nowhere as near as skilled as these guys, or the Run8 team, for that matter. But until then, and I even posted over on there today. I said, from everything I'm seeing, I could be spending more time with that than I would be Run8 down the road. I was at one time spending more time with trains than Run8, actually, a couple years ago. Got a little tired of it, and version 2, I kind of pushed my limit to that. Version 3 had a lot more to offer, so that's why I got back in. And I think version 3 is awesome. Definitely exceeded my expectations, but I'm used to that with these guys. They tend to exceed your expectations, Run8 team. I mean, it'd be nice to know a little bit ahead of time for a few years twiddling my thumbs, but it was okay. I found other things to do, so. Okay, I'm just checking the switches up ahead. That goes that way. I just want to make sure that I'm not... Okay, I'm coming around that other engine. What I do is I just give it a little bit of dynamic. I don't have any air in there, so I just keep the angle cocks closed, let the air stay trapped in there, and just go ahead and like I'll bleed the air every now and then, but it doesn't seem to matter. I don't think I'm doing that right anyways. More than likely I'm not, but oops. Why am I going forward? Thought I was going backwards. All right. I think I screwed that up. Yeah, I'm supposed to go down there. What am I doing? It was right beside it. I don't know what I'm doing. Should be going down here. I turned the last one and then I came out. Should have gone there instead of the other one. Okay. We'll get there. Check the board for a second. Oops. Do I get one coming? Yeah, got one going on the Honda sub. Everything else looks like it's running good. Passenger train waiting. All right. Also been saying that I would gladly host any streams that they have or whatever else they need for me to promote it. Like, I'm going to promote it regardless. I may come to a decision at some point where it's not for me and I stick with Run8 or I go back to Run8. And who knows, Run8's going to get better too. I mean, I will definitely miss a lot of Run8. I can tell you that much. Like, especially this hump. This hump is amazing. The signaling systems. There's a lot, but you only do so many things in life, right? If I had time to play both sims, I would, and others. I already do to a certain extent, but it'll still be on my system regardless. Like I said, gonna be around for a while, so, and who knows. Love to see the Fitzgerald sub when it comes out. I don't know when it's coming out, but okay, so now we want to, oh yeah, we want to work our way into this one, so this will be a good size train. And it's scheduled to depart in an hour. So those, if you're wondering what the heck that's about, I hit Shift 1 and that did position save to slot 1. You can do it up to 5. Like you can do 2, 3, 5, so you can have various positions throughout the yard or wherever you want to resave. That just brings you back. See, it brings me back to there, the direction you're looking, and it always is ground. It's not anything else, but. Trains 2022. Not for me. Nah, I got 2019. I was fine with it. Unless it's got something special that would blow me away that's better than Run8, I won't go near it. And that sounds like I'm saying bad things about trains. I'm not. I actually had a lot of fun with trains. My son still uses Trains 2019 to build routes. It's definitely got its positives. But running and operating a railroad, Run8 is the top dog at the moment. And I think Run8 will, even after 2023, unless something miraculously surprising comes out, will still be the best train simulator on the planet. And I say that because I don't think this new simulator is going to be a better quote-unquote train simulator. They're going to have a lot of things in there, but this thing's been underdeveloped for so long, Run8 I'm talking. It's not going to overnight be able to do what Run8 does. Nor I don't think is the goal of them to try and make it that way. I think, like, I don't know for sure, I can't say. When I was watching the YouTube of it, and they were just stopping on a dime. And I don't know if that's just development or, I mean, they were doing some crazy things too, but which not my cup of tea. But I don't want to play. I don't want to play games with trains. I want to run trains and operate them. That's going to be the key. I think it's going to be probably, from everything I'm seeing right now, operations-wise, they're going to have the most integrated switchless system available. I'm already seeing stuff that nobody has come close, integrated into. I mean, there's add-on stuff that you can get from Microsoft Train Simulator that does a lot of things, and I remember back in the day, but nobody has the switchless system that has. Run8 has a switchless system, but it's fairly basic. What it does is it does the tags and it does the building of trains and all that other stuff. And that's the other thing, which really it impresses me, is how it uses the interchange. Comes in at about 8 o'clock in the morning, same time. Now, mind you, it's a lot smaller scale. We're not talking the size of hundreds of miles. That my thing that I've been saying for, what the hell am I on here? I'm in the wrong track again, I think. No, I'm not. I forgot I said that. Here we go. It actually runs, I don't know if it's, I think it's static right now, but it could be, it might be able to be changed in the options or something like that, but apparently they run a 6-to-1 fast clock, just like the model railroads do. And you might be thinking, well, that's kind of weird. And it sounds odd, but it makes perfect sense if you see. There's only 13 scale miles. I thought there was 17. There's currently 13 scale miles. Now, there might be more by the time the release comes, but I'm fine with 13 scale miles. Personally, ideally, I would love to have something that had 60 scale miles. I think that would be the ultimate for me. Give me 60 miles of railroad in a moderate yard. With something like a switching district, that would be cool. And to have the main lines and the AI. This isn't going to have AI, so it's basically a short line, which you're not going to be able to see AI trains. You're not going to be able to see AI main lines going by. I'm going to miss that. I'm definitely going to miss that, because that was something that I wanted to see in Run8 for so long, and it happened in version 2. In version 2, when it first happened, I was just like, whoa, this thing's cool. But I'll give it up for having a smaller area that is manageable but still has that operations in it. And there's multiplayer, of course, too, and the multiplayer seems pretty stable. The lighting is awesome at night. I've seen them holding the lanterns and all kinds of other things, so there's a lot of good stuff. I know I'm supposed to be doing a tutorial on Run8 here, but since I'm going to be doing this for a while, I figure I'd just throw that in there. But if you get yourself into a good group, and like I said, with this, you can do this single player. You can have a lot of fun with Run8. A lot of fun. Hell, I've been here in and out for 10 years. And what I'm doing right now is something fairly new that I haven't tried yet. And that is try to run at a full 24 hours and see if I can actually run this yard at 24 hours. I haven't tried it since the AI humps have been available. Once I get Baldwin out, I will update the AI. Okay, so I'm going to go shift 1 again. That lets me go down there, and that's why I wanted to see that, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough room. That's where I just came out of? Yeah. Okay, now I want to go into Baldwin. There we go, right to the end. Except I need that switch. Well, I'm going to have to go down there anyways. But I'm going to hold... Once I pick it up and get it out of there, I'm going to switch over to the AI for a second. Whoops. Hey there! Oh yeah, yeah. I agree. That'd be kind of cool, Mikey. Commodities, and what's interesting is Railroader actually does deal with the commodities. In fact, it deals with treating the industries as integral players. So instead of having, and this is what I love about certain, especially when it comes to model railroaders and stuff like this. So what it does is it's got a sawmill, it's got a few other whatever. There's a coal mine. There's a few other things. They are the ones who demand it. They're the ones that make the call to the railroad and say, "Hey, we need this." And it's the railroad's job to make it happen. So everything comes into that line at 8 o'clock in the morning. And keep in mind, it's a 6-to-1 ratio. At 8 o'clock in the morning at the interchange with the Class 1, a bunch of cars will show up. They'll take the ones that you left for overnight. I haven't seen how it actually physically does this, but I'm told at 8 o'clock in the morning, these new cars will show up. The other cars disappear because the interchange takes it. So if you got anything that's going to the outside world, boom, that all goes. There are some industry to industry within the short line too. There's like some local ones, like one industry to another industry type movements, I believe. But they're not as many. Most of them come in and out of the interchange. They either come into the interchange or out to the interchange. But they're all commodity specific. So it will tell you, yeah, we need, and it uses the the car types like the XM. XMs are bought. I think XMs are. Don't quote me on that one. There's XMs, there's T's, there's U, there's they're the different codes, AAR codes, I think they call them. But I forget what they all are. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I was looking at the switch list. I was pausing and looking through the live stream they were doing the other night, and I recognized those symbols. And it's kind of neat because it looks like a chalkboard, although which is kind of weird because it's not. But at least I don't think it is supposed to represent. Maybe it is supposed to represent a chalkboard. And you see all the numbers, and it looks like it's handwritten. And once they're delivered to those industries, you can see a line put through it. It looks so cool. I'm like, this is cool. So you really get the feeling you're working the railroad. So it's much more less a train simulator and more of a. I guess it has. What was it? Emmett told me he thought it reminded him a little bit of course, Run8. There's certainly the resemblance to Run8 in there. I said Railroads Online, which is a steam simulator, but there's also diesel in there as well. He mentioned Derail Valley, and I thought, yeah, you might be onto something there. Okay, so once I've cleared the bowl, then I got to go into the AI system. Now, for those of you people, because I had somebody who was asking me for a sheet, and I want to be clear, the AI system, it isn't going to do all that fancy stuff if I was to give you that sheet, because you need the AI software right now, which I should start up, because I plan on bringing some trains in pretty soon. So I better do that right now before I forget. Let me just check the chat real quick. Okay. And I will run that. I always forget to run it too. Of course, there's no manifests running around at the moment, so that's probably a good thing. Oh, come on. Thank you. Well, that ain't the program I was looking for. I don't know what the hell that is. It's like some dispatch program I had. There we go. It kind of does the default thing. Alright. I didn't make the edits in the program that I wanted to. Okay. So let me go ahead and relinquish this for a second. Well, that is getting everything going. So what I want to do is I want to go into the sheets here, and I want to go to the AI. Okay. So in here, I want to put the location of bowl. Hello. That was weird. I don't know what the hell it was trying to do there. Okay. Oh, I guess that's what happens when I'm doing a stream. It slows down. Plus there's formulas, but... okay. Okay, so that should bring it... yeah, so everything that's in the bowl is now there. I want to further subdivide it. And bring in the tags. So I want to clear that out. So I want Baldwin, CFL, GFL. These are the ones I pulled just now. Mobile. And New Orleans, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all. Okay. So you can see this is sorted all over the place right now. I'm going to take the sequence number out. And I'm going to change this over to trim. To signify that I have it on the trim at the moment. I'll go back to select all now. So what I just did was I just took that out of the bowl. Now you will see, because I did that, watch this. If I go to Waycross chart, now you can see I have room. I have room to be able to hump receiving yard 10. I didn't have that room before until I took those out. And you can also see the 0. So I've cleared Baldwin, I've cleared CFL, I've cleared these 3 blocks, and A767 was another one I believe I took out earlier. That was the last time I took that out as well. So it gives you a good indication as to what's happening in your yard at any given time. So next priority is to get the hump going. Now, if you don't have the AI system, which nobody has that particular system in yet, again, you're using visual cues. You're looking at this yard and you're saying, okay, can I get away with it? If you can't, the big difference without the AI system is you got to keep an eye on that bull while you're humping. So you've got to be more scrutinizing it. You can't just go and do something else like I do. Okay. And that's the advantage of the AI system, because you can go and do other things and be rest assured, as long as you did your calculations correctly and you entered the data, everything's okay. Okay, so this is off to here. I want to throw this switch into here. And we're going to get receiving 10. That's not receiving 10. Why did I call it receiving 10? I got receiving 2. Ooh, I'm confused now. Like I said, data. Now I'm questioning my data. Did I forget to add something? I call it receiving 10, but I gotta make sure now. Like I said, data is only, you know, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, let's see what we got here. I want to see exactly what we're dealing with. Local 8. It's called receiving 10. Receiving 10's empty. I got a funny feeling receiving 10 already got humped and I didn't move. I made a boo-boo and didn't bring in the last set, which I was supposed to, which is not good. But we'll find out. We'll find out we're gonna look for a car. What's the time? 6:47 Eastern. It's 10:14 in the sim. Okay, so we're gonna look for a car then. So I'm glad I'm making these mistakes because this is how you get out of them. 590-468 we're looking for. So hopefully I just... Nope. Okay. Now I want to sequence this. Because I bet you this was one that I had already done before I was supposed to hump it, and I forgot to add in the last batch. So I got 59. According to this, I have 59. Alright, now I'm really perplexed. What the hell did I do? So that was Q491 and Q693. Those trains have not left. So Sys 62. Let me just see what I have here again. According to that, it's 59. Well, this sucks. Okay, what exactly did I do? I don't have any other cars down here. I haven't deleted anything. I can't find that particular car because I already did a search for it. I'll do it again, but Here, I'll do something else. I'll do this one here. 228282. 228282. We put this all back in. 228282. Okay. Do I have any? Okay, I just moved that over. 228282. Ah! I found it. According to that, that's already in the bowl. Oh, this is going to be a mess. So did I grab the wrong one? Yeah, that's the auto fruit. According to that, it's in the bowl already. Alright, so let me go undo. See how far back I can get. I went to redo the rest of that just to see where I'm at. Okay, bowl is fine. No, it's not. It shouldn't be in the bowl. Shit. I'm just going to have to clear out the receiving yard. I screwed something up. Now I'm questioning everything. That's the problem. Garbage in, garbage out. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to... What the hell did I do? I can build it to that train. But I don't have much time. Or I can start them late. Let's just get it going, and then I will put everything I can to that, and we'll see how it goes. I do want to check one thing first, just to see if I'm right on one count, and that is the local yard here. Okay, so train stats. I want to double check and make sure my local yard is correct. 3741, okay. 41, Okay. That's L08. I think I put the wrong one in there. Instead of R10, I was supposed to keep R2 and I was supposed to put R10 in there or something. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but okay, so local 8. Yeah, let's change that. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so we're 44 cars. This is probably going to be wrong too, I would imagine. Yeah. So that's supposed to be 41. I got 44. So that's what I did. So the only thing I can do now is just combine them. I can't go back. I wish I could go back, and I just have to be more careful. But I mean, the only other way to get around it is audit, and I don't feel like doing an audit right now. So let's go ahead. That's something I'm going to have to consider with the AI software too. Is having, you know, log entries that I can go back on and kind of back up on, if you know what I mean. So let's start this. We're gonna combine them. Okay, AI recrew. No, that's not what I want. Relinquish. I got the letter T on the front end there. I want to change that. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that, but it should be okay. Let's see here. Hey, Jeffrey. All right, so we're going to combine the two to avoid all the other garbage. Let me just check the dispatch board, see how things are going. We do have to get some inbound trains going, but I don't have to worry about that so much. What I'm wondering... Okay. I just want to make sure that I brought in the last Waycross. Well, I'm pretty sure because that said bull, so I guess everything's okay. Anyways, that should be fine. It would suck if it wasn't, but... because I should have all the power trains that have come in here. Let me just double check on that. Nope, wrong one. Okay, so we've had 545, 693. Well, actually, let me go right through this and then this should tell us if I have recorded everything. .602, 491. So there's 602. Thought I saw 491. Probably on the other track, maybe. 491. .693, 545. Thought I saw that too. There's 545. There's 693. And that's it. So I've definitely recorded all. I just brought the wrong one in. So there was a difference between an R10 and an R2 that I screwed up. So I'm just going to combine the two, and we should be okay. I just got to watch. I remember I was doing R02 and R10, and then I must have screwed something up. Got to take better notes. Or double check my work a little bit better. Okay, so I'm a little behind on the schedule. Did I just check? I think I checked all these. Looks like everything's fine. Okay. So we've got a lot in the schedule. Now I wanted to keep those apart because the next ones that come will have to be added. So Q647 comes off the Fitzgerald sub. So take a look at that. Go bowl and siding. There's Q647 right there. Ooh, that's interesting. What the hell was that? Close that for a second. It says tagged for industries, but I didn't see any tagged. Low filter. Interesting. Okay, so again, I'm going back through 634 Bostwick. 634 skip Bostwick. Okay. Wrong one. Uh, 346242 3 4 6 2 4 2 Y124, and that is it. Well, that was a lot easier just reading off those numbers. Okay. And we want Q647 as a low priority, tagged for industries, and we're all set. that's been spawned. Prototype copied. Spawned. Alright. Now, this I gotta change. I know how to change it. Q644 is at 9:30. Wow, we're at 10:30. I got less than an hour. Where are we at for the schedule today anyways? Got an outbound. Got two outbounds actually. Inbound 644, inbound 454. Okay, so 644. Let's take a look at that. And the hump is going. So we're going to Callahan. Mixed freight. Okay. The only difference that I'm making here is I'm actually putting a space in front of it. That is so my AI system will detect it. Hopefully that works. Before I didn't have it. I know the hump will do it because I've already shown it up on the trim, or already shown it up on the configuration. But this is why when people ask me for things, I'm in the middle of changing this as well too. So it's constantly changing. So that putting that space in there, that you may not need to do that. The AI software needs to right now. It may not need it at forever, but for now I want it to have it. And besides, I'm going to be doing the fake industries for these as well pretty soon. Because this is the same one that pops off Chicago like crazy. Okay, Chicago and space. Okay, so that's good. Let's spawn that one, Q644. Okay. Call that spaced out. Q454 is right in behind it. So we got 3 trains. I don't think those are going to make it tonight. The one is, but that's okay. We just want to get it into the system. What the hell's the other one? Q454. Okay. There it is. So we got to do the same thing for that. Again, this is a temporary measure. It's so they read. Because it's looking for 4 characters. When it doesn't find it, it just it doesn't compare it. The sheets don't compare correctly. So I'm forcing it to by dealing with it at the source. Which which also means I have to deal with all the industries, but we'll get into that. We got a lot of work to do with the industries. But that's for a better day. Or a different day. I don't think I'll be able to spawn it. Well, let's just see. See, the other one's already been lit up in to R07. And he's going to be a little bit before he comes in. Passenger stop at the other end. So there's where our one guy's coming. Yeah, he's not ready to go yet. I'm not sure why, but he ain't ready to go yet. Probably wants to make sure he has more road in front of him before. These guys are racing each other. It's pretty cool. Go take a look at that. Which one is it behind me? Oh yeah, they're coming this way. Okay, here we go. We got time. We're waiting to... Where's the passenger? Here he comes. Oh, I missed it. Alright. We know he's going to get past him eventually. Okay, my guy's moving. That's good. So this is the one guy we just built. Headed for Waycross. I wonder how many Chicagos this guy has on him. Well, let's see. So, again, this is all cookie cutter because it is... Oh, he's a shorty. He's only getting 2 cars per... Okay, well here comes all the Chicago at the end. Well, I should fit the bowl at least. And what I did with the fake industries is try to become more commodity based, more realistic, instead of just spawning a train for the sake of spawning a train. I mean, sure, we're just basically pulling them apart and putting them onto another train, but some of them are staying on the same train, others are going on to other trains, different locations. That takes a lot of work. Empty reefers to Chicago. I guess they didn't have anything for. Guess they didn't have anything for Florida to ship. Oh boy. All right. What was my train that I wanted? After all that, Q454. There we go. Q408, that's an outbound. Outbound is 11 o'clock inbound. That's an A715. Now, I have not figured into A715 just yet. That is a Jacksonville inbound. I'm gonna put it canceled. And I'll put unknown status. So we've got all the inbounds until 12 noon. We're not going to make it that far tonight, so that's good. This is the guy I was building, Q409. Let me go back to the yard. Everything else is okay. Oh yeah, that's the other hump set. Let's see how things are going. This should be fine, but I do want to take a look at the size of this train again. $35.45 feet, 69.83 tons. It certainly can get bigger, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Let me make sure the switches are set beyond here. Okay. On this side, the only thing that has to be trimmed is Chicago, but we're gonna find out soon enough, because he's the next train that's actually no, the next train that's coming in is another one heading south, and then there's the two heading north that we just spawned as well. So we got, when we have a south and a north, then we get to run different sides of the yard. Unfortunately, I still want to build a little bit more. So really there's not much else I can do except wait for this train to come in and keep an eye on here, which is why I was screwing around with watching that train. 7:22 Eastern. I just keep an eye on my time because I want to shut down before 8 o'clock. Well, my son will be here to remind me. Okay. I'll just go in here and we'll take it easy. Oh. Guess I'll grab a snack. Just gonna let this run for a few minutes. I'll be back. Yeah, we still got a little bit of ways here. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. First guy's coming my way. Still looking pretty good. Nothing jamming up. These guys are coming my way, but they won't be here till at least the next session. I gotta remember to put the software on. Because if I don't put the software on, it doesn't detect it as it's coming in towards the yard. Alright. I'll talk about twiddle my thumbs. So those hump units are waiting. I could move... I could start moving the power out of here, since they're fueled, into the ready tracks. I think I'm going to trim this from here. Of course, this is normally not how I would like to do it, but... Oops, wrong one. Okay. So what I'll do is once the hump stops operating, I grab the Baldwins and then I make cuts. Make cuts for each one, and then ideally I don't want, it doesn't matter. I can have them run off of here. was going to say ideally I don't want to run them down there, but so I'll kind of do it ass backwards, but so what are the ones that are close to being overfilled here? Looks like A759. Okay, well I gotta watch that for sure. Tampa's. Here come 759s. Not too many more. What's the next one? I don't think I'm worried about those. They should be fine. Just being extra careful. Normally, like I said, I wouldn't have to worry about it, but I screwed it up, so. Some more Baldwins coming in behind. Mobile, New Orleans. Check the chat here. Hello, new here. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a shame too, but yeah. They have their reasons, I guess. I don't quite get their ideas of things, and I'm not, you know, I understand business for sure, but it doesn't make much sense to me, but all right. So I'm still at a standstill. It's 7:37 Eastern. I'm not going to be able to do much more once this is ready. The inbound's coming. And of course, what auto does is, once again, it's making sure that you're set up your routings. This is how I did it, was I went through to make sure, so I use the routing file for to make sure that those trains are in. You've also got to make sure that your trains are set up to route properly. There's a default that came with the territories. Some may have extras, some may be missing some, but you make sure your routing files are all set up. There's 2 of them for the for each route. One's for Waycross, one's for A-line. It doesn't go by region this time. That one's in the actual route files. And you make sure that's going in there. I'm just going to take a look and see. That's kind of obsolete. I have some more ideas with that. What is this coming off of? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to delete these columns here. Hello? I thought I deleted every column. I guess not. So we'll delete those rows. I've got Australian Eastern Daylight Time, Greenwich Mean Time. For some of the people that are on my servers. So the symbol raw is just a list of all the trains, so you list them out so you know what your trains are. Get it to from whatever source. Weights have a really, it's complicated, but it was a way that I used to figure out how much trains, like my bars, for example. So when I go into how far I put these is based on that, because there is no schedule system. So that's what that's all about. Routings I've already seen. Waycross matrix is kind of obsolete, but it does give me this important data. Once I have this data, I'm probably going to be removing this particular sheet. Because, like I said, some of these references are no longer tabulating because of that. The AI is the database. It's a little screwed up at the moment, but that's because I made a data entry error, which I thought it was one track, it was the other. The Waycross chart, again, it's kind of out of place, but oh, I really undid everything, didn't I? Yeah, I undid everything, so I'm back to where... That's okay. We'll figure it out. The schedule is just a sheet that I've put together for all these trains, grouped them all up, and I'm going through one by one. So I don't know what the status of A715 is, so I did unknown status. Q609 is the one that I'm trying to build, but he's going to be late. So okay, so that's my instructions for me. 12 noon's next inbound. 12:45 is the one after that. So we're a ways away from that for sure. That'll happen next time I run, which will possibly be tomorrow night. I say probably, but then I say possibly, so... Oh yeah, we're doing good here. Might have a few minutes to get things going once it settles. Just double checking everything else. He's entered the yard because the green's gone away. Okay, let's go see him. There he is. Q647. Okay. Rival needs to be added. That's, again, my own notes. So I put that in red to get my attention. These guys here I'm not worried about. That's just notes. So green, that they're in there, Q647. Oh, originally I wasn't going to bring this train because it was an as required, but I guess I'm bringing it now. Go figure. I guess we'll use it. Ticker. I'm not going to take it back now. Cool. Okay, all done humping. He's arrived at RO7. Okay, so that's one I'll have to deal with at some point, but I'm not worried about that. The only thing I have to do with there is move the power out of the way. The one that we're really waiting on at the moment is this bowl finishing, and it just finished, but it's 7:50 p.m., so I am going to, as soon as it's connected, I'm going to end it for tonight, because I got things to do at 8 o'clock. So we'll let these guys connect, and I will take care of everything else later. You want to make sure everything's connected before you save, or else when you reload, or if you were to crash or anything like that, you end up getting cars stuck in the middle of the yard. So you always want to wait till they connect. So not as efficient as I wanted to be today because of the blunder, but still, it's going to allow me, like, see, Lakeland's probably coming up now as the next one. But I'm going to re-trim everything that's in this train, get it all together, put it as an outbound next time around. Possibly tomorrow night. So all I'm waiting for these cars to do is connect. This guy doesn't matter, although having him stop would be pretty cool too. And I'll take a quick look at everything else. So the idea there is you're looking for auto to have any issues, and if they have issues, you want to deal with them the sooner the better, or else things start piling up. I was going to move the trim power, but I'm not going to bother. We have to pull, I guess I'm going to have to pull 8767 again. Yeah, that sucks. Like watching paint dry. Is there any others in there? Just these guys? So again, I'll take the cars next time, get the same ones that I pulled from before, get this over into, probably not even forwarding, I'll just shove it down here. Get the power on it, get it the hell out of here. We'll do that next time. So we're at 11:21 in the schedule. I'm going to cancel that one. Is this the last one? Nope. These are the last two right there. Oh, that's New Orleans. Okay. At least those will be a couple cars that I drag out again. That's not too bad. So, if we're looking at New Orleans, so the ones that we're pulling again isn't going to give us that much grief. I don't think. Probably not. Yeah. New Orleans, Mobile, GFL, which would have overfilled one way or the other. So that was good that we pulled that. A couple CFL. So there's not going to be much to embed that, and the Baldwin. We just throw the Baldwins in and then slowly block the train. Get it down here. Attach some power and let it go. So we'll do that all next time. I gotta wait for this New Orleans to get to the end, though. Here comes my son.
Hello.
Hello. I'm just finishing a live stream.
Okay, I brought something for you.
Oh, goodies again.
Yeah.
That's gonna have to wait there for a second. I'm waiting for that last car to stop humping. He's here. I screwed up on my AEI and I had to merge a couple things, or else I would have had an outbound.
Yeah.
This system's working good.
That's good.
Where the hell did he go? Oh, here he is. Is that him? No, that ain't him. New Orleans.
I don't think it's rolling anymore. I don't know.
No. It's New Orleans. It's two reefers.
Which one's New Orleans?
Oh, you finished.
They're there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're done.
Yep.
Awesome. This guy just came in. Is he done?
Yeah.
He's done. We're done. All right. Okay, guys, that's it for now. And yeah, might be back tomorrow night. If not, maybe Friday night. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all for now. Have a good one. Talk to you later.
Bye.
See ya.